Man. So in this week's segment of Let's Rap, we're discussing the history of the 5% Nation within hip-hop. While the teachings of the 5% Nation may be foreign to most hip-hop listeners, its presence in hip-hop is far from foreign. But before we get into the history of 5% within hip-hop, let's first discuss the origins of 5% in general. The 5% Nation, also known as the Nation of Gods and Earths, was established by a man named Clarence 13X. Clarence 13X was born Clarence Smith, February 22nd, 1928, in Virginia. Upon honorable discharge from the U.S. Army in 1960, after service in the Korean War, Clarence attended a speech by Malcolm X at the Nation of Islam's Temple No. 7. Shortly after hearing the speech, Clarence joined the Nation of Islam and was renamed Clarence 13X. Clarence was an avid student of Malcolm X and of NOI literature and lessons. In 1963, Clarence 13X began teaching his NOI students that the black man collectively is the original man and God. He rejected the NOI doctrine that its founder Wallace Fard Muhammad was Allah. Between 1963 and 64, 13X left the Nation of Islam and founded the 5% Nation. A very quick breakdown of 5% lessons expresses that the black people of the earth are the original people and therefore the mothers or earths and the fathers or gods of civilization. The 5% Nation teaches that supreme mathematics and the supreme alphabet, which were principles delivered by Clarence 13X, are keys to understanding humankind's relationship with the universe. The 5% Nation also teaches that 10% of the people in the world know the truth of existence, and they operate to keep 85% of the world dumb, deaf, and blind and under the control of the 10%. The remaining 5% are those who know the truth and are determined to enlighten the 85%. 5% teachings were first introduced in hip-hop in the early 80s through groups such as the world-famous Supreme Team. It's also noted that hip-hop pioneer DJ Kool Herc studied 5% teachings. The 5% Nation, or the Nation of Gods and Earths, took center stage in hip-hop when Rakim and Big Daddy Kane hit the scene. Both of these brothers became superstars in the late 80s, and they were both 5%. Around this same time, groups such as Brand Nubian and Poor Righteous Teachers further ingrained the 5% Nation in the hip-hop culture. The Nation of Gods and Earths had a profound impact on hip-hop's first golden era. Many of the top artists were either affiliated with the gods or related to teachings through their music. Wu-Tang Clan is a well-known group of 5%ers, and Nas often spreads the teachings of Clarence 13X, but is not a confirmed 5%er. Other 5%ers who started during the golden era include AZ, Busta Rhymes, Guru, and Just Ice. Considering the popularity of the Nation of Gods and Earths during the golden era, it's safe to say that the teaching somewhat lost its footing in hip-hop, with more artists opting for gangsterism or glamour rather than righteous teaching. Popular artists like Nas and members of Wu consistently spread the teachings, and Lord Jamar's 2006 release, the 5% album, was high level. In July 2013, Jay-Z released the Magna Carta Holy Grail album. This album contained heavy 5% references. On the track Crown, Jay raps, "You in the presence of a king, scratch that, you in the presence of a god." Then later says, "Ask if I was God. What I'm supposed to say, no?" On the track Heaven, he opens the first verse, "Arm, leg, arm, head, this is God body." Common language amongst the 5% Nation. Jay-Z and Jay Electronica are playing a major part in keeping the teachings alive in hip-hop, most evident from their 2020 album, A Written Testimony. While there have been negative characteristics placed upon the Nation of Gods and Earths, especially in regards to youth crime and prison gang designation, the information is so important and never more important than today, where more and more situations seem to be out of our control. You don't have to be a 5%er to study the lessons, but do your knowledge and do your research. You did?
I'm ready for you. Come on, let's go. I just pop the bottle for me. Oh, come on. You filming? I pop it. Okay. Cool. This, hot bottles kill people. Go ahead.
On that album, there are a lot of references to Islam.
Yes.
I'm curious to know what influence did the 5%er have on you, not only musically but personally.
That's another great question. At that time, I look at nowadays. And you got the Bloods, Crips in New York, and it's like, when I was growing up, like, you couldn't sell drugs in front of old people. Like, you had to have respect. And that was all from the 5% Nation of Islam, was because, oh shit, I never did that before. It was because, like, it was a righteous standpoint. So when we started and then we went to jail, it was a whole bunch of 5% influence. There wasn't no gang members and things like that. So you would have to be tough, but then you would have to know your lessons. You would have to know your mathematics. You have to know what you were talking about. And so it heavily influenced the war report. It heavily influenced me, at least on my part of the war report. And then obviously we had Tragedy, who was like a Muslim, and then he turned 5%. So we were like I want to say, Mobb Deep. Wu-Tang had karate. Mobb Deep had the grit. We knew we had the grit, but we needed something else. We just couldn't be just another gritty group. So we influenced the 5% Nation, the things, and then we also said we was calling ourselves Arabs. We was calling ourselves Arabs. Do you know how crazy we would be fried for saying that nowadays? Yeah. Oh yeah. They would fry us right now. No. You know the one flack we did get. We tried to film a video in Iraq, and the
Islam when I was 12 or 13 years old. You know what I'm saying? And it's been that ever since. So
for the people that don't know, what is the 5%?
The 5% Nation of Islam is it's a division of the Nation of Islam that was created by the father Clarence 13X, who used to be a Muslim. He used to be a part of the Nation of Islam. Muslim. He was a
Back in the field with the track stars Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. Feel lesser than. So here's.
Hey friend, so I may not be the best person.
Welcome to NBL Entertainment's Hip Hop Facts series. Did you know the 5% Nation played a pivotal role in shaping conscious hip hop? Founded in 1964 by Clarence 13X, this movement, also known as the Nation of Gods and Earths, emphasized knowledge of self, social.
Should be now. And that's what it was about. That's why brothers like Rakim and other gods that use mathematical words up in their rhythm, it's part of history.
You know, 5%ers has always been a part of hip-hop. I think they did a very, very big thing is enriching the young black youth, man, especially in college. Cats I went to college with, you know what I'm saying? It was always, you know, talking about universal mathematics and stuff like that. So it's always been a part of hip-hop, man. 5%, if you take 5% out of hip-hop, you might take a lot of knowledge out of hip-hop, too.
Most people walk up in hip-hop and say, yo, peace, God. Even if you're not God body, even if you're not, you know, righteous, in hip-hop, it's still a common term to walk up to somebody and say, peace, God. What's going on, Lord? What's happening? Like that, to address each other as divinity. That's unique in hip-hop, that brothers would address each other like that. And it also speaks to the term nigga as well, that you know what we're talking about when we speak that. But the society doesn't want us to say nigga or God. They don't want us to call ourselves dogs or gods. So the question really remains, like, what is really the issue? What is it really? Is it that we really saying a word that
This is really scary.
What's up, y'all? Okay, 5% Nation, Gods and Earth. I'm gonna try to run through this real quick, right? Because it's, you know, it's a lot. But first thing we're gonna look at is the circle 7, okay? You see it's Allah, you see the crescent moon, but that's circle 7. We're gonna come back to that. 5% Nation, God and Earth, Afro-American nationalists, Clarence 13X. Now I'm thinking Clarence 13X was a Freemason. Okay, let's start there. Clarence 13X, I think he was a Freemason. We'll get into that. So we know, let's run through, click some of the keywords, right?
This is really scary.
Now, mind you, he left because of Wallace father Muhammad. Mother was white. So I don't know what the Nation of Islam is on. Let's see. More of their rhetoric. Now, this the part that caught my interest as well. The FBI opened a file on the 5% in 1965, the height of the civil rights and black power movements in the United States. Disturbance by groups called 5% of the FBI to the organization, refers to the organization as a loose-knit group of Negro youth gangs. Right? See, this what I'm saying. This is a lot to unpack here, right? Because this shit tying to the folk nation, the Bloods, like this shit goes deep, and Crips in the folk nation. So the FBI knew that all black groups were intertwined, whether gang or conscience. See, that's what, to sum it up, all the conscious groups are woven into the criminal groups, right? Through things like the El Rukin, you got Moors locked up. From the Moors, you got guys that's Islamic locked up. But on the red side, the El Rukin, the Moors, the Bloods, the Peace Stones, was Jeff Fort and them, that gangster disciple folk nation. That shit got a lot of Freemasonry, Illuminati symbolism.
Really,
right, but they connected to the Black Mob and Jeff Fort and the Islamic Temple movement up there in Philly. Right, but I digress. Not too much, but the FBI been going at all the black civil rights, But see, this shit is also gonna segue into Freemasonry and the elites, because these guys was around Dr. King, Malcolm X, and all these type fellas in the civil rights movement, but Dr. King was financed through the Rothschilds. A lot of tiny hats financed the civil rights movement. You see what I'm saying? And these civil rights dudes was all in black fraternities, which is Freemasonic. So all of this shit is a psyop. But let's get into it though, right? So they saying they was a gang. The 5% of Muslims who smoke and drink, called them a gang, hoodlums, terrorist groups. Let's see. Okay, in 1967, shortly after Allah and Justice started holding classes at the Street Academy, civil rights leader Bayard Rustin and Massachusetts Senator Edward Brooke visited Father Allah at the academy. In this article, the 5%ers published something. Allah the Father stated that he was neither pro-black nor anti-white in his national giving book. And see, this shit also tied to the Order of Nine Angles. Cause the Order of Nine Angles, let me, that's why I'm saying that Circle 7, we're gonna get into it, right? The most well-known Caucasian 5% is John Michael Kennedy, who met Allah. So you got the Kennedys associated with the 5%ers, right? This is your real black Illuminati, black elite. 2018, Harlem Community applied for Landmarks Community Manhattan. Oh, this is heavy. Proposal were approved. Okay, so they got approved by the Manhattan Community Board. 2019, the intersection of 126 and Adam Clayton Powell Boulevard was officially codenamed Allah Justice and the 5%er Square. Damn. Conflicts after Martin Luther King got knocked off. So according to the direct orders of Allah before his death, some of his early disciples, a group of 9 men, were called the first 9 born, carried on the teachings and his. So this after Dr. King got killed. FBI still calling them a gang. Let's see. So this is the conflicts. They trying to criminalize them. They saying they're a religious organization. The basis, they consider themselves scientists. They consider themselves God. And that's the thing in Satanism. Okay, people that practice Satanism consider themselves a God too. Okay, that's a fact. Teachings of God and Earth. We know the 5% breakdown. Now this is another thing. They use numerology. What is numerology? Okay. Known before the 20th century as arithmancy. Damn, arithmancy. Damn, we got to get into that. That's a word. It is the belief in an occult, divine, or mystical relationship between numbers or more coinciding events. It's also the study of numerical value, alphanumeric system of the letters and words and names. When numerology is applied to a person's name, is a form of onomancy. It is often associated with astrology and divinatory arts. So this is divination. Okay, we got some etymology. So basically it means divination. Okay. See, you got gematria. Okay. It's associated with gematria. I don't want to get too far off topic, but we did a video on gematria. Go check it out. Okay. Council of Nicaea coming up. Greek Orthodox. Some alchemical theories were closely related to numerology. This is alchemy. Okay. So, when you see that the Circle 7 Supreme Mathematics dudes is doing numerology, it's occult, it's Kabbalah. Okay, we get into that. I'll show you that in a second. Right here it says M stands for master, and the 13th letter M stands for master. We'll get into that 13 in a minute too. We're gonna break all this down real quick, real smooth. They got a diet. Now, we get into the Asiatic black man. We get into a rogue big head scientist named Yaqub in the island of Patmos. Okay, we get they believe in Yaqub. Okay, the Asiatic black man had inhabited the earth for 66 trillion years, who ultimately descended from the tribe of Shabazz, while the white race of Namu was created 6,000 years ago on what is today known. So, they believe that the troglodyte was grafted and created by Yaqub. Now, we might have to get into the tribe of Shabazz. I did a video on this. I might have to do a part 2, because this shit get deep too. Well, according to the Nation of Islam, was an ancient black nation that migrated into. Now, see, this is why these Allah motherfuckers, they tricky and slippery. Listen to this, right? We gotta get into this tribe of Shabazz shit. According to the Nation of Islam, ancient black nation that migrated into Africa. Now, these is black people that wasn't in Africa, never came out of, right? Make it make sense. Migrated into Central Africa, led by a leader named Shabazz. Who the fuck is Shabazz? Come on now. They ain't put the blue light on Shabazz, right? They ain't put the blue light on Shabazz. The concept is found primarily in the writings of Wallace Fard Muhammad. Come on, man, these niggas straight made this shit up. The tribe of Shabazz, they made it up. What's the story? 66 million years ago, after a rogue scientist. Come on, let's get into this Shabazz shit. The tribe of Shabazz only survived of 13 Illuminati, 13 tribe that lives on the earth. 66 Illuminati, 66 trillion years ago. After a rogue scientist blew up the planet, splitting off the moon, and the other tribes perished, the tribe of Shabazz relocated to the rich Nile Valley of Egypt, and then to present seat of the Islamic holy city of Mecca. Get the holy fuck out of here. It was a technologically advanced society, but one faction was led by Shabazz himself into previously unoccupied areas of Central Africa because he wanted them to be hardened. There they evolved Negroid features. Whoa, this tribe of Shabazz shit is a slap in the face. In a 1962 speech, Malcolm X said he wanted the people to undergo a form of life that would make them tough and hard. The other scientists wouldn't agree with him, so the scientist named Shabazz took his family and wandered down into the jungles of Africa. Prior to that time, no one lived in the jungles. Wow. Let me relax. Our people were soft. They were black, but they were soft and delicate and fine. They had straight hair. Right here on the earth, you find some of them look like that today. They are black as night, but their hair like silk. And they originally, all our people had that kind of hair. But this scientist took his family down into the jungles of Africa and living in the open, living in the jungle, eating all kinds of fruits, had an effect on the appearance of our people. Actually living in the rough climate, our hair became stiff like this it is now. A scientist named Yaqub was a member of the Meccan branch of the tribe, and according to Fard, was the creator of the white race. So, okay, the tribe of Shabazz bullshit. We'll get back into that on another video. This is what the 5%ers believe, teaching on race, right? The 5%ers believe they the tribe of Shabazz. Get them the fuck out of here. Misogyny. It's Islam, so of course they're gonna say misogyny. X-Clan, Digital Planets, right? Look at all the rappers, all the New York rappers is in on this shit. We can say that. J Electronica. Okay, the Supreme Team. Now this is what I think too. I think Kenneth Supreme McGruff was in this 5%. He had to be. His name was Supreme. Supreme Team, Big Daddy Kane, Busta Rhymes, J. Cole, Jay-Z, Method Man, Wu-Tang, Brand Nubian, Nas, Common, Poor Righteous Teacher, Erykah Badu, AZ. Okay. The black woman is earth, all through its inner esoteric powers of the gods on earth. So it's esoteric shit going on. Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, Brand Nubian, Poor Righteous Teacher, Busta Rhymes, MC Search. Who knew MC Search? Listen to this. The hip-hop group Third Base, whose MC's Prime Minister Pete Thanks and MC Search were white Jewish, respectively cited Triple Stage Darkness and other songs. Now that Triple Stage Darkness, this is Moorish. This is Dr. York. You're getting into the Bobby Hemmett Triple Black Darkness. You see, this shit deep. We have to get into that Triple Black Darkness in another video. The blue light, the black light. How you can see like the bodily fluids, and it only come in like purple. That Triple Black Darkness is a deep subject too, but let's keep it going. Grave Diggers, okay, Cool Hurt, Killer Priest. Now, the nigga Crumb TV and them, they be on, I think, Killer Priest and them YouTube, right? These niggas is Illuminati, okay? Fuck what you think. Fuck your interpretation. We gonna show that though. Digital Planets, Queen Latifah, Okay, did we miss anybody? DJ K. Slade, Black Sheep. Did we miss anybody? Huh? MC Shan, Large Professor, Saint Lunatics, LL Cool J. LL Cool J. Carmelo Anthony. Okay, Carmelo. Now, let's get into the breakdown of some of this shit. The Circle 7. Right? The Holy Quran. Moorish Science Temple of America. Right? The Moorish Science is the Circle 7. Okay? We okay. There's no denying that, right? You see that. Now, another thing I want to point out, right? And we know the Moors is with the Freemasonry, okay? You see that. Moorish Circle 7, the rise Islamic faith among Black America. See the Freemason shit, see the Circle 7, okay? Clear breakdown, okay? You can't argue that. Now, when you see this, you see that star in the background? Remember this fucking guy. Now this is a satanic group, by the way, the Order of the Nine Angles. But this is the fucking dickhead that founded it. Okay? This is the motherfucker that founded it. Satanic Left Hand Path, Order of the Nine Angles. Where's this goofy ass at? Hold on, I know they got a history, belief. You see where they coming from. Look at this nigga. David Mayat is often cited as the central idealique in the ONA. This nigga's Muslim. He's Muslim. And he a troglodyte. Okay, so when you see them angles, you got to be careful. Now see, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Why they into the mathematics, supreme mathematics. Y'all thought I was talking shit when I made them videos about math is evil, satanic mathematics. If words can be evil and satanic and be spells and grimoire and you know, words can cast spells and do curses and hacks, you think numbers can't? Right? You think the math can't? Math is numbers, right? You see this say infernal, we did the video on this. Satanic math. There's satanic math out there. Okay? Now, there's another thing I want to break down right quick. 13. See. You got the Masonic breakdown on that. But it's that 13. Secret 13 Masonic degrees. Man, I'm trying to tell you, 13 is a Masonic number. Let me see. Sometimes people explain it in memes. Okay, you got Friday the 13th. Got the 13 steps. Unlucky number. Let's see. The suggestion has also been made that the number 13 is Masonically significant because it refers to the Friday 13th, the date the Knights Templars were arrested. Okay. You got Masonic numbers 3579, 2781. The 13th connected to suffering of Jesus. What does God say about 13? The symbolic meaning. In the occult science of numerology, okay, there we go. The occult science of numerology, it is said that he who understands number 13 will be given power and domination. It is a number of upheaval and destruction, a symbol of power which, wrongly used, will wreak havoc and destruction upon itself. In numerology, the 13 is often associated with mystery and transformation. Secret to the number 13 line is an ability to catalyze change and bring about new beginnings. Well, look, take my word for it. The 13 is Masonic, okay? And, you know, this should, let's see if we can find 5% of gains. No, better yet, let's see if we can find some Freemasons. Yeah, don't hide the Freemasons now. Supreme mathematics. I think this dude, Clarence 13X, was a Mason. Right? And see, this is the thing about this, Circle 7, right? Because we know the Circle 7 more science associated with Freemasonry, right? Nation of Islam, we know Minister Farrakhan a Freemason. You feel what I'm saying? So this shit is like, you know, right there with it. Jay-Z embraces 5%. Supreme understanding. Let's see, they might have some more bullshit. Okay, so you got the Circle 7 with the Islamic shit. Okay, you got Circle 7. Okay, you see how they coming. See how they coming. Come on, let's go back. Come on, get out of here. See, this is Circle 7 Quran shit right here. Coming to save humanity, the feds, the one-eye symbolism at the top. Moorish Science Temple of America, right? Okay. Got Noble Drew Ali doing the Masonic hand, you know. Just throw that in the cut for later. Okay. So you got him right next to the Master Mason. Just throw that in the cut as well. Okay. See, I got a video coming on this. Matter of fact, we're gonna end this right here, right? You see the feds? Okay, we're gonna end it right here. Video coming soon. You know the Shriners got the Islamic regalia and shit. They probably got Circle 7s on feds, right? But I'm gonna hit y'all with maybe a part 2 of this. Like and subscribe. I'm out.